It is currently hailing in April. So, this is the sister video to my vacuum tube bow video, link to that down below, where we went ahead and ran it double crit damage with Rabbit Raider Jonesy. Rabbit Raider Jonesy is available in the event shop. He'll be here until June 21st at shop reset, so like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when he goes away, and he ups your crit damage by 225%. And with the vacuum tube bow video, that was extremely good for crowd clearing. Let's do the other favorite bow in the game, the Xenon bow. This will bring us to a 570% crit damage, which is so much. That is so much. We are giving up our reload perk. So this will be a 2 loadout video where it's the same loadout for both parts, but in the second part, I'm going to run a reload perk on it. This is a standard perk loadout that I usually recommend, and I did find it to be a little bit better with the vacuum tube bow, but I still want to see big damage with the crits. And on that note, I do want to say I'm running this Sunbeam for a reason. In recent history, as of recording this, I did make a video on Brightcore versus Sunbeam on the Xenon bow, and I found that Brightcore is kind of better. I would recommend you watch the video if you guys want to see the full story, but in this video, I want to do as much damage as possible, whether or not it's practical, so we're just going to be running Sunbeam for both of these copies. So, yeah, here's the loadout. Rabbit Raider in the lead, of course. He's the name of the game. That's the theme of the video. Totally rocking out because, of course, Battle Beat, War Cry. I record these on Twitch, so link down below if you ever want to be a part of the madness. Subwoofers, because I want to make sure I can crit in the early game. Might not come into play a lot because we're in a tropical zone. Not a lot of metal there. Locked and Reloaded because we're reloading every shot, of course. Cupid's Arrow, because I might have forgotten she existed for a while before recording this, but that's okay. She's in the build now because we want to get just a little bit of extra bow damage, and then Quickscope, of course, because it's a sniper. Let's get into the game and try this out. All right, our first victims are just standing around. No idea what's gonna... Holy crap. It's like a meteor went through the crowd of enemies. Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Holy crap. Everything is just dying. Oh, and there's an encampment over there as well. Oh my lord, that did so much. This is actually very strong. You know, I think mathematically, somebody told me this, I didn't double check it, but I think it's interesting and worth thinking about that. Apparently double crit damage is actually a higher damage per second over reload. I just feel like resetting your shot when you miss and moving on to the next target is a lot more valuable with reload. Of course, I'm not critting as much as I should be here. Oh, never mind. Totally Rocket Out got activated. I think oh my god, I one-shot a Miss Monster. I think what happened was something died from Affliction and then that activated things, but if we can crit, probably gonna die in one shot. That is so much. For a weapon that goes through targets infinitely like that, that is a ridiculous amount. This isn't even one of the higher damaging bows, and it's still one-shotting everything. All right, so if we've been one-shotting blasters, then takers are, yeah, just easy prey. And then that chains out to just kill everything. Oh my god. This is the power of the Xenon bow. Like, this is known to everybody. It's literally the most popular weapon in the game. Like, there are 5 mythic weapons in this game, and the Xenon bow is still more popular, and, well, I mean, this is why. Okay, so I said earlier that the Xenon bow is not the hardest hitting bow in the game. It's actually quite low, but double crit damage with my stacked party, I mean, yeah, still doing plenty of damage. Didn't crit on that second shot, but yeah, absolutely plenty of damage. Nice little Ben's War Cry coming in to take out a smasher. Easy headshot on the... I was hoping we could get a crit. Nothing to it. All right, defense begins. Now, we have minimal traps down because it's the Xenon bow. I mean, I don't think we're going to need exactly too much help. I can just stand back, totally rocking out active, and I feel like once the ball is rolling, once I have totally rocking out active and I'm just eliminating crowds of enemies, there's probably not going to be too much downtime for me. And there's a smasher. Let's see, what can I do to a 250 power level smasher? Of course, not a substantial amount of damage. Again, I am recording this fresh after recording the vacuum tube bow video, so that's a weapon that can pretty much two-shot a smasher, but it doesn't even matter. I'm just shooting through targets, I'm shooting through walls, I'm standing here safely. The projectile on this weapon is super fat. You don't even really need to hit your target, you just shoot generally close and then it dies, and it looks like a smasher that's softened up and non-elemental is going down relatively easy. Assuming I'm critting on this, it'll go down easily, but yeah, I'm surprisingly not critting that often. I've got totally rocking out active and I'm standing on a boom base. What on earth is my crit chance right now? 68%? Okay, I guess I'm just the unluckiest Xenon bow user right now, but I should be critting a lot more than is being demonstrated. This is again an argument where the reload perk might be a lot better. That'll give me a lot more opportunities to crit, but as mentioned in the first part of this video, we're doing double crit damage. You know, how hard can a Xenon bow hit? Now, okay, I guess if we were really going for that, I would take off the reload on on this, but I just can't do that. I have to be a little bit practical, you know? I still think fire rate really, really helps on a bow. Did I say reload earlier? Fire rate lets you draw back a little bit quicker. It's super nice to just get shots off faster and easier. I like the difference the time difference where when I click my mouse and I want to aim, the time between being able to shoot my target and not, you know, between fire rate and no fire rate is substantial. It's 42%. And being able to click and shoot 42% faster is just too important to me. So I guess if we were trying to do as much damage as possible per hit, I probably should have thrown a damage perk on this, but you know, I think it's fine. It's not a big deal. These videos are just for fun. And if you guys wanted an interesting way to play, if you're somebody like me who has only ever used Stoneheart Pharah and never really thought twice, you might want to consider using Rabbit Raider, because if you're a newer player, you might not realize he's in the shop, might want to pick him up. Maybe you've only ever used him in support. Throw him in the lead with Totally Rocking Out, and you might be impressed, because, like, look at this. We have minimal traps. Yeah, we have kind of a high-level team. We're all in the 130s, 140s, but we almost have no traps. We have one small tunnel over here that, granted, is not getting a lot of attention, and then I just put down a few electric fields. There was hardly any thought put into it. I put the electric fields down over where the enemies might be coming through, and that's it. And it's pretty much completely locked down. Just me and my teammates hanging out back here, emoting, are doing all that is needed to defend this entire objective. Even with smashers earlier, it wasn't making a difference. Oh no, a flinger. Okay, he's dead. Oh no, there's enemies over here. Okay, got him. It's so casual. It's so much damage. I love it. Oh no, a flinger. I hear him. Where is he? I actually don't know. Oh, it looks like I see him right there. And he's dead. One shot, and he's taken out. Oh man, chat's and having a good time, because I don't know if I mentioned in this video, maybe I did, but I was sick for about a week. I didn't stream for a long time, so today's recording is taking place on kind of a reunion stream, and I'm really happy about it, because I've been kind of motivated. I've been covering dungeon loadouts again. Shouts to my carbide video, my flash AC video, link to those down below. I think the minigun video might be out by the time this is released. I don't know. Either way, if it is out, I'll plug it down below. If it's not out, then stay tuned for more. I got videos coming out every 3 days for the foreseeable future. I think I'm scheduled like a month or two in advance, so if you guys want some content, there's plenty on the way. And the reason I'm stating that is because I've been so motivated by dungeons and all these, you know, new heroes and, well, not new, but, you know, weapons and heroes coming back this season that I wanted to record. And then I spent a week nursing a sickness that prevented me from recording. So I'm just coming back strong. I'm having a good time, and this weapon is just kicking ass. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of variety in this gameplay, so I'm gonna actually cut here and tune in when we see the mini boss on wave 10. All right, we've got a mini boss. I have had so many bad mini bosses in my videos. Okay, look at that. A mini boss that's not smokescreen, it's not trap vulnerable. Oh yes, Ben's Morgan, it's not ricochet, I can actually shoot it. So, as I've mentioned now 3 times in this video, the Xenon bow is one of the lower single target damage bows in the game, and that is being demonstrated. Even with my wafers being activated here, we're not doing a ton. 2 million damage slowly being fired is not the most impressive amount of damage, but that's okay. With the amount of damage this weapon does in crowd clearing, it is probably still an overpowered target. You see that in the background? I'm not even shooting at the mini boss. Did you guys realize that? I'm locking down that tunnel back there. I'm just shooting through a mini boss to do it. While I'm talking about this weapon being overpowered, I'm proving exactly how overpowered it is in the process. So, yeah, I think this weapon is more than strong enough. If it can't handle a mini boss on its own, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, like I said, the footage is very repetitive, so I'm going to cut to the next game where we try out a reload copy to switch things up a little bit. Before we move on to the next build, though, 14,000 damage with the second blaze being 4,100. Yeah, that's the Xenon bow for you. I will say, my teammates were, of course, letting me get some damage in, but the fact that the weapon's even capable of that speaks enough. All right, same exact loadout as before. We just got a reload perk on there instead of a second crit damage. Now, I'm not exactly one who typically cares about survivors, but when I got a Xenon bow on hand, it's just enjoyable. I mean, look at this. Oh no, there's a giant crowd of enemies all attacking a survivor. What am I to do? Oh, never mind. They're all dead. Got them taken care of. No big deal. Then, of course, with the reload perk, I can react to a lot of the enemies spawning super quick. Of course, without that reload perk, we're hitting harder, but shooting so slow that this survivor might have died if I was using my double crit damage copy. So, Yeah, if I was saying earlier why I think this is a more practical way to go, that's part of why. Look at that. Dead before he even has a chance to attack. Of course, I'm getting help from a teammate, but look at that. With that reload, we're able to react to them spawning live in real time, and it's a really, really effective way to go. And I think the Survivor is probably good for somebody's daily. I don't know. Maybe it'll give me ammo that helps, because I've been burning through energy. You needed it, Archer?
Yeah, I have the 50 survivors.
Oh, you poor thing. Well, I'm happy to help then. All right, so... again, no crit damage, second crit damage, but single target. We're going to be resetting our damage quite a bit, and honestly, I don't know if that time to kill was faster or slower than a normal one. That felt pretty good. All right, let's up the ante. Let's activate a smasher so I can see the health bar. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to activate the encampment. And I don't want to die in the storm, so we're going to wait for everything to spawn in because that'll break my builds. Then we're going to put down a campfire or two. Take out the big target because he might be a problem. I was trying to kill the smasher and the targets at the same time, but I think I got a little greedy with my campfires. Doesn't really seem to matter because they went down with no problem, and I don't know what happened to that smasher. He seems to be gone. Hello, giant block. All right, since I didn't kill the smasher in the last clip, I figure I might as well... Wait, this is another smasher. Why are we getting so many smashers this time around? I wanted that for the double crit damage part of this video. I wanted to go kill that nature one because it was so unsatisfying to leave it alive. Let's go see if we can track it down. There he is. Just took a nap. Here, even from all the way over here, just shoot him. Oh, did we miss? How did we miss? Can't miss with the Xenon bow. The projectile's too big. Okay, come on. Give me a couple crits here. Couple of crits. There we go. There's one, and Affliction will do the job. There we go. We got him. We got him, guys. Don't worry. All right. The game begins. So... in typical Xenon fashion, I've got, like, minimal traps down. I don't think we'll be relying on crits too much, as this is, you know, a reload build, so we'll be firing quite often, and the Xenon bow gets enough crowd clearing to do exactly that. Just activate Battle Beat with ease, and I'm going to try to avoid standing still and just unleashing the Xenon bow. Or I guess loosing is what you would say with a bow. Ooh, I learned that from Game of Thrones, but I love this weapon. It's just so... easy. You just stand back. You can be behind a wall, safe and sound if you want, and it just goes through everything. It's the Pierce, man. It's the Pierce, bro. You don't even need high damage. You just go through everything. It's like earlier, if you can kill a mini boss and a crowd of targets, you don't really need to be doing that much damage per shot. It doesn't even matter anymore. If you need single target damage, just keep like the discharger on hand or something. There's nothing over here that could even get close. Oh no, our enemy's getting close. Let me shoot them through the wall. Where are these targets? I see them on the nearby, and somebody's wolf is going after him. Taking them out. Who put all these traps down? Who thought we would need that? That wasn't you, Archer, was it? No? Okay, probably not. Actually, no, I'm deaf and I realized. Yeah, so sometimes when I record on the stream, my voice channel has a lot of people in it, and it's, you know... It's give and take. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's a lot of people, and you gotta pick your battles. So I have deafened for this one, but yeah, Aewol-ri's in here. I'm gonna chat with her afterwards. So yeah, as of recording, Aewol-ri's the one who helps me edit my videos. She's been helping a lot with the recording. I do all the plugs and stuff like that, but she's been helping on the A-roll side of things, as we say. And she's been doing a stream that's going on like 500 hours and has like 500 more hours to go. Something like that. It's ridiculous. And we were talking about how she's running out of things to stream, which is insane to me. I can't do that. You know, even when I didn't have like more of a personal life, I met a lady over a year ago now, and like an actual year ago, not like 900 days ago. I mean like an actual year ago. And spending time with her is an important reason to end a stream once in a while. So I don't get to do these streamathons that her and Maddie will get up to. Maddie's another streamer friend of ours. If you don't know anything about my friends in the community, they're just streamers who stream for stupid amounts of time. Like Maddie went for like 2 weeks one time, and I just can't compete with that. I don't know how you do it. I used to stream 10 hours a day every day. I did that for a little while, but that was back when I played Battle Royale. You know, that's something I can totally do, or used to be able to do, but that's just tough. That's just tough. Nowadays, it's quite the opposite. As of recording this, you know, my recent schedule before being sick was like once a week, which is not a lot, but when it comes to Save the World, I got 10 160s and Ventures. So unless I'm like recording fun loadouts and having a good time with that, there's not a lot for me to do in this game. So streaming more than like literally once a week is really hard for me, because if I streamed more than that, I'd finish Ventures, and then I would stream less than once a week. So I have to like regulate everything, and it gets complicated. So yeah, you know, I'm just playing a game where people ask me how I play this game so much, and the honest answer is I don't. You know, as an endgame player who's been at it for a lot of years, as you can imagine, there isn't a lot in the way of progression. There's not a lot for me to do in this game, and I genuinely have fun with these loadouts. I love putting on Rabbit Raider Jonesy, recommending that you guys get him from the shop, pulling out the Xenon bow, and showcasing some awesome damage. I really have fun with this stuff, but I record my videos usually in like one big session. That's why you guys will see me wear like the same shirt over the course of 5 videos in a row, because I record them all in one sitting, because, you know, these are live recordings, so it doesn't take a ton of production. But because of that, I end up knocking it all out in one session, and then I don't play every day. I don't. People ask me how I play so much, and I'm like, I don't. A funny thing that happened while I was sick was regular scheduled videos that were created and scheduled before I was sick went live, and people were like super happy to see that I was back, and I was like, what? I feel like crap. What do you mean I'm back? Oh right, new video went out. So that happened a few times, and I just realized I've been running Rabbit Raider for the Vacuum Tube Bow video and half of the Xenon Bow video, and I haven't popped my Warcry once, but I haven't really needed it. I don't like to rely on Warcry. The cooldown is way too long. I probably should have used it for the mini boss. That's my bad, but it's just like, it doesn't do anything extra. Like, look, I shoot a little faster and I do a lot more damage. That's great. But I didn't really need to shoot faster or do more damage. I'm already keeping just about everything at bay. We have a few edge cases getting through the defenses, but my teammates and traps are more than enough to handle that. So we're just chilling out here. We're just knocking everything out. And normally I'd make a cut here, but we're going to have a mini boss on wave 10. That's a nice little tip for anybody who plays this game. Retrieve the data missions with the balloon. The mini boss is on wave 10, almost to the dot. So there's a good one. Now that I mention it, I probably should have saved my Warcry for this guy, but that's fine. This is a weaker mini boss than we had before. I'm gonna have to heal, so he's not gonna take nearly as many shots. Well, I can get totally rocking out active. I know Battle Beat activated right before I ate that wafer, kind of a waste. If I can shoot behind the mini boss and hit the other enemies, I might be able to regularly activate Battle Beat. See, like, look at that. If I can just sort of aim it up, so I'm hitting the mini boss in the head and the enemies behind him and taking damage because I'm looking behind the mini boss and not at him, then instead of doing more damage, I can be dead. This is 5 brain tactics right here. Look at that. I didn't even hit the target. The projectile size on the Xenon bow is so stupid. They have made this weapon difficult to miss. Like, it's not even easy to use. It's difficult to misuse, which is, you know, kind of the same thing, but ridiculous amount of damage either way. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Got a big crowd of enemies, activating Battle Beat, Smasher in front of me, not doing a ton of damage per crit, but that reload is making up for it, just getting it going and going and going, and everything is just dead. Not only are we doing regular outputting of damage, but we're also hitting him with impact, which is staggering him and giving us more time to hit him overall. Really solid deal. Oh no, a Smasher. Fun fact, or not really fun fact, if you guys have ever shot into a wall like this and wondered why your projectile doesn't go straight through, it's because it can actually deflect the projectile. If you like aim into a rock or something close up, sometimes your projectile will actually curve and not go straight through it, which is why the Xenon bow is sometimes a little dumb. It's important to stand a little bit away from the back of a wall, just so that you don't have it arc and go off into a different direction that is not the enemy you're shooting at. So if you're ever wondering why I back up a bit when I'm shooting straight through a wall, that's actually why. So yeah, you know, I have completely changed my mind. For some reason, I was like a Stoneheart Pharah purist, and I really loved being a ninja, and I felt like that's what it meant to be a bow user. But after recording this video and the Vacuum Tube Bow video, and I still have to do the Powder Keg video, so I don't know when that video is going to go out. If the Powder Keg is available, that video should be live. If the video is not live and the Powder Keg is out, the video should be following soon, because I have intentions to record that video as well. I have found out through this process that Rabbit Raider is a really fantastic commander. Totally Rockin' Out plus Rabbit Raider is just the most damage a bow can do, and it is so satisfying. Might as well use these wafers. I'm not going to use them all anyway. So much damage. And yeah, I have to kind of keep my legs planted. I can't really enjoy the mobility of a ninja, but who needs it? Who needs it? You don't really need mobility on a bow that can shoot through walls. So you just sort of hang back, kill things as normal, and it's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So, wow. Rabbit Raider has absolutely impressed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Twitch link down below if you ever want to be a part of these recordings. I will see you in the next one, and enjoy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy. Oh, and in typical fashion, did 13,500 with this weapon, which is just insane. And then